Welcome to today's celebration of Loyola University New Orleans Class of 2021. The presidential party will now enter, headed by Father Justin Daffron, carrying the university mace. According to academic custom, the president marches at the end of the procession, attired in the university's ceremonial robe and wearing her chain of office. Graduates and honored guests, the chair of the Loyola New Orleans Board of Trustees, Mr. Dennis Cuneo.
Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to welcome all of you today to today's ceremony, and I want to offer the congratulations on behalf of the Board of Trustees to all of our graduates. I first joined the board 14 years ago, shortly after Katrina, and that was a traumatic and disruptive event for the university and its graduates at that time. This graduating class has suffered through its own version of Katrina, the pandemic. In March of last year, when New Orleans was the epicenter of the pandemic, you were told to pack up your things and go home. Overnight, you went from in-person to online classes. When you returned in the fall, maintain social distance. Some of you caught the disease and had to deal with the symptoms. Some of you lost loved ones. And all of you had to deal with the fear and the sorrow and the anxiety and the uncertainty caused by the pandemic. But through grit and determination, you made it through. You're here today, and we're here to celebrate your graduation. And graduations are joyous events, but this one is special because of all the circumstances, and it's one that we'll never forget. So, as graduates, why don't you give yourselves a hand for just being here today and what you've accomplished. And why don't you give it up for your family and friends who are here today who have supported you through the years. You now join an exclusive club. You're part of the 50,000 living alumni of Loyola University. And I urge you to stay connected with your classmates as you go through life. I graduated from Loyola's law school 45 years ago. And when I entered law school, I was newly married, and my wife Bonnie and I were from out of town. And we became friends with 3 other couples. And throughout the 45 years, the 4 couples have remained friends. We attend our children's weddings. We stay in touch on a daily basis. And there's an old German proverb that old friends, like old wine, are best. So we can be thankful for our Jesuit education at Loyola, but you should also treasure the friendships that you made here, and I hope that your friendships last as long as mine. Now, Madam President, if I can beg your indulgence for a second. I'd like to step out of character just a little bit. Like many of you, I miss Mardi Gras. I rode on Bacchus, couldn't ride this year. So here I am now, I got a costume, I got a mask, I got a stage that's almost like a float, and by the way, I got some beads. Tanya's going to kill me, but I'm 71 years old. I'm going to be term limited out of chairmanship pretty soon, so I don't care. So, now we get back to the formal stuff. As a chair of the Board of Trustees, it is my honor to formally start the program with these words. Here now, in the presence of the candidates for degree, members of the faculty, staff, and administration, alumni, board members, and guests and friends of Loyola University, the commencement of our 109th year is now called to order. Good luck to all of you.
Please stand for our invocation given by Father Justin Daffron, Vice President for Mission and Identity. Please remain standing for the national anthem being performed by Isabella Vanderhoof, an accomplished vocalist and Master of Music degree candidate from the College of Music and Media.
In the University Mace to my right, in the University Shield behind me, and on your graduation gowns is the wolf and cauldron, the symbol that connects us as members of the Loyola family. The symbol that comes from the Ignatius of Loyola household that was known for the rich generosity and hospitality that not even a wolf would go away hungry. We know that you have been well fed in the Loyola community. So as we commence these exercises, we pause to give God thanks and praise for the blessings we have received. Loving God, as we gather this day to celebrate the graduates of the class of 2021 of Loyola University, New Orleans, we call upon your Holy Spirit to bless our commencement exercises. Ground us in deeper gratitude for the ways that you have been present in the lives of our Loyola graduates who have accepted the call to be men and women for and with others in the Jesuit tradition. Strengthen our faith so we may believe the joy we feel today is your divine presence flowing in our midst, and we may come to see you more clearly in the midst of the experiences of daily life. Sustain us through hope so we might use courage and creativity to transform our world more according to your vision of a kingdom that pursues justice for all and elevates the least. Bless us with the knowledge that within this arena today, your love is incarnate in the Loyola community. We offer this prayer in your most holy name, our one true God who lives and reigns both now and forever and ever. Amen.
that so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Isabella, that was beautiful. Please stand and take a bow. Now, we present a special salute to you, the class of 2021, and some congratulatory words from a few of your fans. That moment when you officially become a Loyola University New Orleans graduate, it's a big deal. And over here, we like to celebrate really big deals. You've had quite a year, class of 2021. One day, you're chilling on campus, enjoying university life. The next day, boom, a pandemic hits. Everybody's lives are turned upside down. The whole world went crazy. But y'all didn't let distance and masks and isolation drag you down. Nah, that's not for you. You adjusted quickly, maintained the spirit and faith, and lifted each other up to get to this moment, this very big deal. Sure, the celebration may look a little different, more intimate, quiet, reflective, but the joy of it all, it's still the same. Because you deserve it. You studied hard and you pushed yourself. You made lifelong friends. You trusted yourself and took bold chances on your education. You even traveled the world, all while practicing strict pandemic guidelines. You won so many awards, it's hard to keep count. And you grew into the leaders you are today. You learned to think critically, to speak truth, and to act radically with love. You became the Jesuit-educated human you sought out to be when you first got to Loyola. That is reason enough to celebrate. So seniors, we salute you for being brave and brilliant and getting to this moment, this very big deal, your graduation from Loyola. Get used to hearing "I'm so proud of you," because you're going to be hearing it a lot.
Hello, John Baptiste, and I want to say congratulations, Loyola. It's amazing. You made it. You made it all the way through, and you're in Louisiana, my home, and I know y'all having a great time. I know there's a lot of emotions in the air, but you know, we're in a strange time, but don't let that discourage you. We have a whole lot to look forward to, and you are the future. We're looking to you, and I know that y'all are going to come up with some amazing things. I know there's dreams that are in your heart and thoughts in your mind to expand and grow, and you have your tribe with you, and you're going to get more people and gather those people into your tribe and just continue to do your thing. the summer jazz program at the university and felt this sort of, this feeling of life being endless and so many things ahead of me that I could imagine for myself. And I know that you must have a similar feeling in this moment. I was a little younger than you guys at that time, but I just remember my life and how it's so much that's happening. So much has happened in a short time, and so much will continue to happen as long as we're blessed to be here. So let's take in this moment right now, and I just want to hear y'all, through my iPad right here, scream to the top of your lungs and relish this moment on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! All right now, that's it. That's it. That's the feeling. That's the feeling. Stay in that. Stay on that vibration. Till next time, thank you so much. And I'm going to catch you on the flip.
Hello, New Orleans! Hello, Wolfpack! I think this is how you do it. I'm Eva Longoria. I'm doing the Wolfpack thing. I'm so excited to join you and your families today as you celebrate this milestone in your lives. I mean, quite honestly, in the lives of our nation. After a year of being separated from each other, moments like this remind us that we're all stronger together when we're gathered and we're celebrating and we're supporting one another, when we're opening the door to opportunity and to the future for each other. That is the true meaning of the American dream, and it's a place where we can all prosper. It's the inheritance that we leave to each other generation after generation, to always be a person for others, to notice and care for others, to put our own needs aside and instead give of ourselves. That's the way I was raised. I'm so happy that's what you guys were taught. That ability to embrace the beauty of the human spirit in what we all need today more than ever, especially at a moment where it feels like our world is so divided. You are going to help that. You're going to help create unity because of your experience here at Loyola. And years from now, you may not remember my words, you're not going to remember what I said, but I want you to stop and look around you and remember the way you feel right now. And I hope that you remember that you're important. And class of 2021, you were very special because in the midst of one of the greatest crises humanity has ever faced, you persevered, you succeeded, you did it. And from this day forward, you will be different. And it's not because of a piece of paper that you're getting today, but because of the lessons that you learned from each other. So class of 2021, congratulations to all of you and to your family and your friends who got you through this journey year after year. Congratulations. Have faith. Be kind to others. Congrats.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 17th President of Loyola University New Orleans, Tanya Tetlow.
Class of 2021, you did it. Through global pandemics, hurricanes, and for some of you, even surviving organic chemistry, you did it. And you didn't do it alone. I want to ask the graduates to look around at their loved ones here today and to wave at those watching on live stream. I can feel the waves of love washing down from these stands. From the parents and all the people who acted as parents, the siblings, the mimas and pop-pops and aunties, the families you were born to, and also the families that you chose, the neighbors and coaches and adopted uncles. Some of you have spouses here who believed in you, and children who were patient with you, at least most of the time. These are the people who invested their hopes and dreams and sometimes their life savings in you. Some of them literally moved mountains out of your way, and many of them made it their life's work to give you opportunities that they never had themselves. They refused to let you quit. They bucked up your courage at the lowest moment. Their belief in you helped you believe in yourself. Graduates, can you stand up and turn around and tell them how you feel about them? Now you can sit back down. I'm about to wax poetic about Loyola and its beautiful campus, but I want to start by speaking to our fully online graduates, some of whom have never even been to our campus before this weekend. Most of you came back to college after decades of being away, or you started college at 40 instead of 18, where you got that graduate degree that you always dreamed of. And you did it while juggling full-time jobs and kids and life. One of the things that has really made me smile during the pandemic was the thought of how many people were learning how serious online education is. All of you learned that. And it's serious business, particularly when you're doing it while your children are climbing on your head and sometimes you have to escape to the bathroom to get a little privacy for your class. The sheer gumption of what you in particular have achieved blows me away. Do you know who else was an untraditional student who started college in middle age? St. Ignatius of Loyola. So for all of you who understood that it's never too late to pursue your dreams, congratulations. You teach us the very Jesuit lesson to love learning every day for the rest of our lives. For the rest of you, those who came to university in the more traditional way, you now have these permanent, visceral memories of Loyola as a physical place. The red Gothic buildings, the sound of the Holy Name bells, the smell of an afternoon thunderstorm. Can you remember how you felt when you first arrived all those years ago, lining up after convocation to take your photo? Walking around that student activity expo and wondering whether there were twice as many student groups as actual students, and trying to decide if you were going to join Christian Fellowship or the Quidditch Club or both. Many of you lived in the luxury accommodations of Beaver and Buddig and learned critical skills of how best to decorate cinder block. You reveled in warm New Orleans winters interrupted by Loyola's own version of snow, slipping around in chopped ice with kids flocking to you. You dodged so many hurricanes, and in true Loyola fashion, then always raised money for those hit hardest. You looked around at the striking diversity of your class, one of the best things about Loyola, and you found your people. But most of you also reached out to find people different than you, to have conversations late in the night about what it's like to grow up on a farm or in a gated suburb or in a crowded neighborhood in Queens. You listened with open hearts about the lived experience of a race different than your own. You learned the wisdom of faith different than your own. Some of you suddenly understood that you grew up with more than most people had. Others of you found out that you grew up with less, and you all had to process your feelings about that. You learned from each other's different joys and pains, but ultimately how much you had in common when you least expected it. Now, it turns out in the world, in life, that those opportunities are actually pretty rare. And there's a risk, if you're not careful, that you will live in a place where the friends you have are your neighbors or people in exactly your same profession. So I hope that you will keep these relationships, but always work harder to live outside of those bubbles, because you've understood how rich life can be when you do that. Now, Loyola brought you, or kept you, in New Orleans, a city that wants one thing: for you to be you, the truest and most authentic version of yourself. New Orleans is not the kind of place where you just buy a costume off the rack. We want you to design it and make it yourself, or actually lots of them, because we costume on many, many opportunities during the year. And New Orleans pushes you to think outside of the box, but not just that, but to tear the box apart and to make a box costume with duct tape, and then find other people who like box costumes and make a crew of cardboard, and to make a parade from there. And when you came to Loyola, New Orleans, you chose a university that wanted you to be you, but also the very best version of you. To recognize that all of the incredible gifts that God has showered on you, and to know that those gifts aren't for you. They don't make you better than anyone else. They are a responsibility. To use your brilliant logic to solve problems, your creativity to make people feel empathy for someone different than themselves, your leadership skills to inspire others to do better. You have to find your voice, but also to practice hundreds of hours until your voice can fill a room and be distinctive and be heard. And most university presidents would be saying that as a metaphor, but many of you literally have done that. And so for years now, you have been studying so hard, spending hours in the library and the labs and the practice rooms. You've led student organizations and published the very best college newspaper in the country. You've performed hundreds of concerts and recitals and plays a year. Our graduate students have dug even deeper into their chosen field and honed the skills that they will use for a lifetime. And then life threw this epic curveball at all of us. People all over the planet have gone through this pandemic together. It's a uniquely collective experience in that way, but each of us has also gone through this in a very individual way. All of us experienced disruption, anxiety, and massive inconvenience. But some of you and your families went through the loss of jobs and businesses and worried about financial ruin. Some of you sitting here today lost loved ones. Too many of you. So what did we learn when we went through this year of hardship together? What has this last year of Loyola been for you? I've been thinking a lot about that question. It was a crisis full of tiny decisions: to stay away from friends even when you were desperate for their company, to be careful hour after hour, day after day in exhausting ways. At Loyola, we've never had so precise a metric of how much you, our students, care about us and about each other than those COVID infection rates. And we found out exactly how much you care. So here's one thing I think that we learned together. I used to think that big moral decisions would come labeled as big moral decisions with a big old signpost that said, heroes turn one way and cowards turn the other way. But they don't. Moral decisions are hidden in the smallness of everyday choices, constant little forks in the road with no signpost whatsoever to tell you this is important. At work, you'll have to decide whether to speak out when you think something might be wrong, but you're not sure, and surely somebody else could say something. At home, when you and your spouse someday are both exhausted, you'll have to decide who will get up and wash the dishes. And that will seem like nothing, but over the course of a lifetime, will have an awful lot to say about the career opportunities for both of you. You'll have to decide whether to correct a friend who says something kind of hateful, or whether to bother to go to the march when you're otherwise occupied. And those decisions won't feel like the moments where history is made, but the funny thing is, even those grand historical moments, the World War II or the Civil Rights Movement, were created by people just like you, making small decisions, one at a time, that added up to big ones. The pandemic reminded us that those tiny decisions we make affect other people. And boy, did it kick us in the shins and remind us of that in life or death ways. The crisis gave us all of these opportunities to step up to the plate, opportunities that were always there, but they suddenly seemed more urgent and dramatic. And so many of you did that. You cheered up your friends stuck in quarantine. You checked on the old lady living next door to your apartment. You donated to the food bank because you really remembered that some people are hungry. You gathered all the PPE at Loyola and made sure it went to healthcare providers desperate for it early in the crisis. Can you remember for a moment how good that felt? I don't know about you, but when I did small COVID gestures like bringing my mama some groceries, I just drowned in pride. I felt so good. And then in very Catholic fashion, I felt guilty about feeling so much pride. But here's what I began to realize during quarantine, when generosity was one of the few joys available to us, so much of that had been stripped away, that God wired us to take pleasure in generosity, to find it better than any sugar high. And that's one of my favorite insights of the Jesuits as they do their nightly examine. They don't just ask themselves, was I virtuous today? They ask themselves, what felt good today? Because it turns out that doing good also feels so good, that the moral answers are also the key to being happy in life. During the pandemic, others of you also had the opposite experience of having to accept generosity, sometimes for the very first time. As family finances crumbled or relatives got sick, you had to accept the help of others. And boy, was that humbling. But, and I'm going to paraphrase the Gospels here, that humility, it's your superpower. Not swagger or arrogance that we associate with power, that's actually kryptonite. Humility, that's strength. It's the reason that you will forever have empathy. The reason that you will see people struggling and you won't blame them for their struggles because you've been there. Like X-ray vision, you'll see through the trappings of status, the difficulties of poverty, and forever recognize the humanity of every person that you meet. So if that's a gift you got this year, revel in it. We are, all of us, forever changed by this experience. A year ago, we faced our worst fears. As the crisis begins to relent, I think it's easy sometimes to forget how afraid we were. I want you to know that of all the purposes of Jesuit education, the most important just might be courage. Courage to make use of your gifts, even when you're worried you'll fail. Courage to do the right thing, even when it costs you. I'm not asking you to be fearless. Fear can actually be quite healthy. Fear is what keeps you from doing things like bungee jumping. The trick is to look at your fears and to divide them between the rational, healthy ones and the ones that are just getting in the way of your life. And the next time you're terrified to stand up and give a speech like this and your knees are knocking and you're really sure that you're going to stumble and everyone will laugh at you, I want you to remember this moment. And remember, my friends, that you have something to say to this world, and the world will be better off if they get to hear you say it. There are so many things I want to say to you right now and not enough time. So many lessons that I imagine your loved ones also wish that they could tell you at this moment, if they could just give, through osmosis, tell you everything that they've ever learned without you rolling your eyes at them. At this critical moment, all of the mistakes that we have made that we wish that we could spare you. Air conditioning units have filters that need changed. It took me 3 years out of college to realize that. At work, when you write emails, you need to use punctuation, except not exclamation points. Be very sparing with those. But I'll just stop with one more thing. I want you to take a minute right now and think of everyone in your life who ever made you feel like you didn't belong here or that you wouldn't finish. Anyone who mocked you for your race or your weight, or because you were Southern or an immigrant, because of who you loved, or just because it made them feel bigger to make you feel small. And I want you to cheer right now, loud enough, for all of those people to hear. Come on. And now I want you to forever deny those people power over you. How? I want you to forgive them. And if you can't quite manage forgiveness, I want you to push those voices out of your head. I want you to lead with love. I want you to know that you have already proved to the world that you are brilliant, kind, creative, and important. My friends, you are now officially Jesuit educated, full of learning, armed with courage, ready to make a difference wherever you go. So go out and set the world on fire.
And now, a vocal performance by Lillian Davis, who graduates this weekend cum laude with a bachelor's degree in popular and commercial music. She is accompanied by Loyola piano instructor Daniel Meineke.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know what I mean. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, and I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean. Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is an old world and a bold world for me. And I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know what I feel. Send down the pine, you know what I mean. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know what I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
And now, for the reason we are all here, the presentation of the 2021 candidates for graduation. The deans from each college will assist with the presentations. Please welcome Dr. Maria Calzada, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
President Tedlow, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates for graduation who are certified for bachelor's and master's degrees.
Annika Ellis, for the degree of Bachelor's of Arts. Nabila S. Estrada Marine, cum laude. Kyla Elise Evans, University Honors in Latin American Studies. Madeline N. Fairholm. Maggie Feldman, magna cum laude. Alia Marie Gauthier, magna cum laude. Alyssa Monique Glorioso, magna cum laude. Erica Graham, magna cum laude. Natalie Dawn Grandel, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Courtney Green, summa cum laude, University Honors. Evangelist Uriah Grissom. Victoria Elizabeth Gudino, magna cum laude, University Honors, honors in English. Time Haley Hawkins, summa cum laude, University Honors, honors in English. Kelsey Marie Hebert. Byron Calvin Hefner IV, University Honors. Victoria Hirsch, magna cum laude. Denise Jacqueline Hernandez Plasencia, cum laude. Michael Joseph Hickey. Sophie Ann Haldorf. Piper Grace Howard. Brian Anthony Hunter, magna cum laude. Anna Quinn Iliff, summa cum laude. Lily Amber Itzikowitz. John Kent Jackson III. Lisa Ahima Jackson, honors in English. Trisha Lynn Gee. Jason Philip Grigsby. Temugan Inkbayar, for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Katie Lou Fanasi, magna cum laude, University Honors. Gerardo Alexander Fernandez. Ivy Kate Fitzgerald, magna cum laude, University Honors. Gina Samansanjo Fandinka, honors in Biological Sciences. Danielle Ford. Lee Isaac Frazier Poole. Joel Vincent Gabriel. Eliana Galindo, cum laude. Raquel Alina Garcia Fujimoto. Christina Nicole Gebel. Coleman DeJarnette Green Jr., summa cum laude, University Honors, Honors in Mathematics, Philosophy, and Physics. Coleman is also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Jacob Gronenmeyer, magna cum laude, University Honors. Rashad Hairston. Huntington Zachary Harton, cum laude, University Honors. Fatima Hasban. Elizabeth Stott High School. Caroline A. Hara, magna cum laude. Marianne Villith Herrera Estrada. Abigail Higginbotham. Avery Forrest Hill, summa cum laude. Olivia Hill. Stephanie Noghan Hong, summa cum laude, University Honors, Honors in Biological Sciences. Angelica Hofstetter, magna cum laude. Noelle Elise Jacquet. Adlisha Lanice Johnson. Michaela Elise Jones, magna cum laude. Yasmin Khan, summa cum laude, Honors in Biological Sciences. Lexi Marie Kiefer. Madison Kiger. Simone Renee Killebrew. Lauren Ashlyn King. Alia Renee Kirkland. Christina Marie Crizan, magna cum laude. For the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching, Shelby Alexis Evans. Jamar Nathaniel Fisher. Morgan Blair Jones. For the degree of Master of Criminology and Justice, Eileen Jeanette Eichenauer. Maud Leah Haj. Felicia Jenkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, These are the candidates for graduation in the College of Arts and Sciences. These scholars have studied with distinction, and they merit your applause.
Please welcome Kern Moss, Dean of the College of Music and Media.
President Tetlow, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates for graduation who are certified for bachelor's and master's degrees.
From the College of Music and Media for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Claudia Elliott. Leland D. Esminger, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Emily Falgu, cum laude. Lindsay Maya Fernandez. Gabrielle Anastasia Flores. Lucy Foreman, magna cum laude. Grayson George Gavris. Danielle Diarra Godbolt. Regine Amani Green. Allison Marie Gretzner, cum laude. Garvey Douglas Haynes. Courtney Megan Hall. Ellen Harper, magna cum laude. Ellen is also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Design. Jana Marie Headland, magna cum laude, University Honors. Sabrina Hibben, magna cum laude. Frank Higginbotham Feliciano. Angelo Joseph Imbraguglio, cum laude. William Robert Ingram, summa cum laude. Malik Seth Khalid Jamila. Jaime Jimenez Jr., Honors in Environmental Studies. Jaime is also a recipient of the St. Ignatius Award. Isaiah Aaron Jones, magna cum laude. Arto George Kazakov. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Music, Seth Johnson. For the degree of Bachelor of Design, Rebecca Frank, cum laude. Amelia Garcia Celadon, summa cum laude. April Rebecca Jamis. Sophia Hill, magna cum laude, University Honors. For the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, Hannah Renee Fuller. Portia Green, magna cum laude. Christopher Allen Greening. Paige Nina Michelle Guidry. Elliot Harden IV, cum laude. Jovan L. Hernandez. Allison Regina Hetzel, cum laude. Lauren Ashley Hicks, cum laude, University Honors. For the degree of Bachelor of Music, Lucinda Veronetta Ely, cum laude. Noah Riley English. Kevin Patterson Goulage. Mariah Holyoke Houston, summa cum laude, University Honors. Alan Henry Howard, cum laude, University Honors. William Ian Kelly. Diego Capato, magna cum laude, University Honors. For the degree of Bachelor of Music Education, Andrea Garces, summa cum laude, University Honors. Claire Gerling, magna cum laude, University Honors. Stephanie Michelle Javara. For the degree of Bachelor of Music Therapy, Amber Philippone, magna cum laude. Rachel Marguerite Ford. Brianna Marie Guggenheim. Natalie Marie Kolka, summa cum laude. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Sydney Marie Cruz, cum laude. Margaret Taylor Gauss, cum laude. Isabel Marie Gielen. Lexus N. Gillen, cum laude. Connor Grace Glorioso, cum laude, University Honors. Thomas Getz. Carter Ames Guidry, cum laude. Grace Aurora Hawkins, magna cum laude, University Honors. Lucas Robert Henline. Arthur Alexander Holland, summa cum laude, University Honors. Zachary Alexander Canyon, magna cum laude. Vinlisa Kuam, summa cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Kidd. Nicole Kluchen, magna cum laude. Allison Cruchy Brock, University Honors, magna cum laude. For the degree of Master of Music, Juliana Peggy Espinosa. Elisa Danae Foster. Isabella Catherine Vanderhoof.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the candidates for graduation in the College of Music and Media. These scholars have studied with distinction, and they merit your applause.
Please welcome Dr. Michael Capella, Dean of the College of Business.
President Tetlow, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates for graduation who are certified for associate's, bachelor's, and master's degrees.
From the College of Business for the degree of Bachelor of Accountancy, Caitlin Elizabeth Holman. For the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, William Parker Elliott. Blake Henry Ernest. Dionisio Espino, magna cum laude. Sikudani Ifadelo Foster McCrae, summa cum laude, University Honors. Lawrence Philip Frischberg, magna cum laude. Zoe Lucia Gasson. Stephanie Ann Gerard. Ashley Renee Goetzman. Yvette Guzman Calleon. Peter Edward Hansen. Kamaya Hardaway. Avalon Rose Harold, cum laude. Richard Martin Herrera II. Kyle Higginbotham Feliciano. Ame Jegba. Felipe Yoaning Moroto. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Gregory Rene Forche. George Bradley Gottsegan. Caitlin Ridley Grimillon. Peyton Alexander Hidalgo. Christina Marie Jackson. Todd Bennett Johnson, Jr. For the degree of Master of Science in Marketing and Communication, Bobby Christine Green. Sydney Majay Holmes.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the candidates for graduation in the College of Business. These scholars have studied with distinction, and they merit your applause.
President Tetlow will now confer degrees on Loyola's class of 2021.
Before we get to the big moment, I'm going to steal out of the playbook of our board chair and ask if I could take a picture with you. Can you all smile really well? Got it? Okay. Will the candidates for all degrees please stand? We, the president and faculty of Loyola University New Orleans, do hereby confer these degrees as presented here today. By the public authority of the state of Louisiana, we will issue diplomas signed by our hand and confirmed by the seal of Loyola University New Orleans. In the year of our Lord, 2021, the 245th since the establishment of the Republic, and the 109th since the chartering of the university. Congratulations, graduates. So I will now send us out with a blessing. You can have a seat. Good and gracious God, we ask you to bless these graduates and to fill their hearts and minds with your spirit. We pray that they will go forth to use their knowledge and skill, their wisdom and kindness to do your work. Bless the families gathered today who have raised these students, held them in their arms as babies through countless sleepless nights, loved them fiercely as they grew, and learned to let them go. Bless the faculty who have mentored and taught them, and who have instilled in them a lifelong curiosity born of the delight of knowing that you, Lord, are in all things. Bless the staff who have supported, advised, fed, and cared for these students, who have cheered them on and made this journey possible. Together we pray, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. We ask this in your name. Amen. And now let's celebrate.
That concludes Loyola University's commencement ceremony for 2021. Please remember to maintain physical distancing as you exit the arena. Have a great day.